Welcome to Through the Hurricane. I'm Kathleen Kane, the first woman elected Attorney General of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Have you ever looked down and seen the pieces of your life on the floor and wondered what happened? You haven't just been through a storm, you've been through a hurricane. Sometimes we think that we'll never have joy, we'll never have love again, we'll never have a normal life again. But Through the Hurricane will teach you that the power of love and resistance and the human mind can do anything. We all experience a hurricane, but the human spirit is indestructible. This is Through the Hurricane. Let's walk through the storm together. Welcome to Through the Hurricane. I'm your host, Kathleen Kane. Did you ever wake up one morning and everything seemed so great? It's a beautiful spring day, and then all of a sudden, something happens that changes your life forever. Our guest had just that kind of a day. He was the victim in April of 2019 of a random, rare shooting. Shattered his body, but definitely not his soul. Len, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
This is Len Floyd. He is a longtime family friend of ours. So we've known Len after the accident happened. It's not an accident, after the crime happened. And Len, I wanted to ask you, tell us what happened that day. Tell us how it started out.
Okay, yeah, so one morning I woke up, regular Friday morning, and I was actually going to see another friend at a school at the time. So it was a pretty exciting weekend, and I went to go pick up a check from the Boys and Girls Club that I used to work at, and this was in 2019. And again, a regular Friday, driving home from picking up my check, getting ready to hit the road, and all of a sudden, next thing I know, I don't know where I'm at. I can't hear anything. There's like a lot going on, and yeah, I ended up getting shot by a person I'd never seen in my life ever.
Total stranger.
Total stranger. And at first, a lot of people, it was hard to believe that I never met him in my life, which is understandable because things like that happen to people you know. And
they're rare.
Right.
Random acts of violence are rare.
But again, I'd never seen this dude in my life. I don't even know his name. So yeah, that happened. I got transferred to the hospital. By the grace of God, there was an ambulance right around the corner.
Oh, wow.
So made it to the hospital. Was active the whole time. Like knew where I was, knew what was going on, knew how severe the situation was. But the only thing I was thinking about was, man, I'm not gonna be able to go to college and have fun this weekend. That was the only thing that was on my mind, was having a good time with my friends. And yeah, last thing, go ahead.
Now I know the details are hard to relive.
Yeah.
And I know that you don't tell a lot of people about it.
Yeah.
Very few.
Yes.
So I appreciate that you're here telling us, because there are so many people out there that are victims of random acts of violence like that, or any violence, and they go through so much more than I think anyone even imagines.
Right, it is a lot.
And thank God we have you still here to tell us about it, because it's such a process.
Yes.
And I think telling the details might start that process for people. Do you think so too?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
100%.
So it's a morning, right? You pick up your check from the Boys Club, the Boys and Girls Club where you work. What was your job there?
Taking care of, so after school program, and during school I take care of kids through the age of 8 and 16. And just after school we'd help them out with their homework, do a lot of sports, and then in the summer we'd also do a summer camp where we would go to your local swimming pools and parks and all that stuff. Just being around kids, I realize helps me a lot.
Oh,
even before the incident, like it just did something to me, helping kids and being around kids.
Yeah.
It gives me a good feeling.
And
That's good.
Did you go to the Boys and Girls Club?
I did. I did.
So
I was a member.
So you're an alumni of the Boys
I
and
was
Girls
a member of
Club.
the Boys and Girls Club, and everybody knows I'm a basketball fanatic, and that's where my basketball started, at the Boys and Girls Club. So
That's
yes,
fantastic.
I was a member at the Boys and Girls Club.
And those are great programs. I mean,
Yes.
they give kids a structured place to go.
Yes.
You know, a lot of kids don't get to go home to a two-parent household
Correct.
and have, somebody baking cookies.
Yes.
It's just not the way it goes.
No, it does not go that way.
So I assume you loved your job.
Yes, I loved
Great.
it so much.
So you pick up your check. You were the passenger in the car,
Yes,
right?
I was not the driver.
And you told me that you noticed something odd about the car that the guy who shot you was in. Something happened before the shooting even began.
Yes, so we were at a stop sign, and he was also at a stop sign. And when we both got there at the same time, so it was kind of a you go, no you go, no you go. So then he has this eager, like he wants us to go first. Like, but again, I didn't take it as anything. I'm just thinking he's just being extra nice. And then yeah, after that, I'm on my phone like anybody else would be in the passenger seat, and that's when I got shot.
Did you see him
No,
shoot you?
no, I did not.
So what was the first thing that you realized, oh my God, I've just been shot?
So as I'm looking at my phone, I didn't even hear anything. It just blanked out, and my ears were ringing like really hard, and I couldn't see, but I was still very conscious. So in my head, I'm thinking like, what is going on? And I was with my grandfather at the time he was driving, and I hear him freaking out like, what happened? Did somebody throw a rock? Like, what's going on? He has blood all over him. Like, it was like there was a lot going on, and in my head, all I can think of is what just happened. And I heard him say, I think you just got shot. So I said, maybe that's what happened. Like, maybe I got shot. I opened my eyes, looked down at my lap, and seen like some stuff from my face. And I was like, okay, like this is serious. So from there on, my main thing was just stay relaxed. Like, I don't want to freak out. I don't want to try to pass out. I don't want to faint. So I was just telling myself, like, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. And I got to the ambulance. We drove to the ambulance. I got out the car. I'm walking. The ambulance are freaking out. They're like, you need to sit down and relax. But I think that was more of me letting myself know, like, you're okay.
The adrenaline.
Yes.
Right. And just, you were shot in the face.
Yes.
Is that right?
With a shotgun.
The shotgun.
A sawed-off shotgun. Yes.
If people don't understand what a shotgun does, the bullet actually explodes.
Yes, so it was with a bird shot. And with a bird shot, it has pellets inside of the bullet, and when it hits anything, it explodes into a bunch of pellets.
So where, besides your face, where else were you hit on your body?
My face, the whole right side of my arm was all messed up. The pellets blew up, so luckily the window was up, so I caught the explosion. So when the bullet hit the window, it exploded, and I caught all the pellets. If the window was down, it'd probably be a different story. Yeah. But I caught a bunch of pellets like to the side of my leg, and also the glass broke. So I had a bunch of cuts from the glass, like all on the side of my body. And I asked the ambulance, I think one time, I said, am I about to die at like the age of 20? And the guy told me, no, you are not. Like, you're in good hands. I took his word.
Yeah.
And yeah, next thing I know, I woke up in the hospital and all my family's there. And then that's when the road started, the long road to recovery.
What was the road to recovery like? And while you're on this road to recovery, you're also dealing with a criminal case.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So
you had to talk to detectives.
Right. At first, it was a lot of people coming in, asking questions. Some good, some bad. A lot of family, a lot of friends, a lot of tears. Yeah. A lot of hurt people. A lot of whys. My grandmother, who's my heart, she was very, very upset. Like, very, very, very upset. And that's why I'm getting upset now, because it's more of, I got more upset because my family was so hurt. And they had a hard time with me not being home. And I have a younger sister, and she couldn't even come visit me because it was very, very hard.
Hard to see like that, right? Where did you spend your recovery? What was that like?
At first, I was at Geisinger CMC, and I was there for about a week. It was not the best. And they sent me home very early, to which it did not work out. I went back the same day. They sent me home. And from there, I went to Geisinger in Wilkes-Barre, and they treated me very well. I was there for about 2-3 months.
Oh, wow.
Because I got a trach feeding tube, all that fun stuff. So I was up there. They were taking care of all that, but they did a really good job.
Yeah.
I had a really good time up there. They made me feel very comfortable.
That's good. You had a good support system.
Yes. And
Yeah.
then from there it was Allied. I was at Allied for about, I think, another 2 months maybe.
Oh boy. So you really had to relearn how to do things.
Yes.
Is that right?
I had to learn how to walk. I had to learn how to pick up things, put things down. I feel like a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a baby.
Just one morning, this healthy 20-year-old
Yep.
goes out to pick up his paycheck.
And then all of a sudden I have to learn how to walk again.
Yeah.
And when they first told me, like, you're gonna learn how to walk, I took it as a joke. Like, I'm like, no, I can walk. And we got up to walk, and I took a step, and I almost fell. And it was because I was bedridden for so long. My muscles were very, very weak. But I got through that pretty quick. Like, I was so determined to be better. My doctor would tell me, like, it's a miracle how fast, like, you're healing. And I told him, I just want to be better.
Yeah.
Like, my main focus is just to be better.
Get back to your life.
Yes.
Yeah. So what, that's an emotional tool too,
Yeah.
not just a physical tool. I mean, you're taken out of your house. You don't go back to your bed for months.
And then when I did go back to my room, I was very uncomfortable. Like, home didn't feel like home. And I'm guessing it's because I haven't been there for a while.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, when I went back home, it didn't feel right.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing at my house felt right.
Well, your whole life changed.
Right.
What were you thinking? You're now in the hospital and then into a rehabilitation hospital and learning how to walk again. I mean, that is a mental game. That is a mental struggle. So what was going through your mind? What emotions were you feeling? How did you get up every morning and say, I'm going to tackle this day?
It was more I don't want to say prove everyone wrong, as in they were looking at me in a way, but it was to show everyone, like, I'm okay. Because everyone thought I was not okay. And I was. Like, I was okay. And I wanted to let people know that even when you think you aren't okay, you probably are. You just gotta, really, really think about it. And I really thought about it. I counted my blessings. I'm still here. So other than that, the only thing I could think of is getting better. I had no other concerns but to get better.
Were there any roadblocks along the way?
Yes, I think it was 13 surgeries or maybe 14. And they were long. The longest one was, I think, like 16 hours. And they had to take skin and bone from my leg and transfer it to my face. And I ended up getting an infection. So I had to get extra surgery after. And that turned into, when you get surgery, you can't eat 24 hours prior. So I'm getting surgery 3 days in a row. So, like, I'm not eating anything. So towards the end, I kind of started just being a human. Like, I started getting upset. Like, I was starting to get over it. Like, the strong guy thing was, like, starting to, like, fade away. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
it was starting to go away. I haven't eaten in 3 days. Like, it was starting to get to me, but there was a lot. And even through the surgeries, I didn't take any pain medicine. I'm not a fan of that stuff, so, like, I wasn't taking that. So it was definitely a lot, but
Struggle.
yeah, like, a lot. Couldn't use the bathroom for, like, a long time. And then I had nurses and doctors, like, having to wipe me and stuff. Like, as a 20-year-old boy,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Like, a lot.
Can't even imagine.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like, a lot. So, and those are the things that people don't realize. Like, people are asking me, does it hurt? Does this, does that? I'm not worried about that. Like, again, there's people that I never seen in my life, like, wiping me. Like, that's a different, that's different.
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
more
different.
painful than a
Yes,
physical
that's
pain.
a lot different, yes.
Right.
And you have no other choice but them do that or,
Right.
right, so.
Are you angry at any point?
Yes. At first, I wouldn't let nobody come visit me because I was so angry.
Yeah.
I was so mad, and my family did not. They were so upset, but I had to tell them, like, how do you think I feel? Like, I just need some time to myself. So at first I was very, very angry, and I would not let nobody come in, like, at all. But I had to get over it because I feel like I was being selfish. My family wanted to be there for me, like, really bad. So I got over it, but at first, yes, I was very, very angry. You'd be surprised, though, because I was not angry for a long time. Once I found out that he was sick, it made me feel very, very better.
Okay, so let's go back here. The guy who shot you was a 36-year-old man,
Yes.
right? With mental health problems.
Yes.
And I imagine, of course, at first you're like, why me? Why did he pick me? What did I do? Why me? Did I look at him wrong? What was the problem? Why? And then you had to go through the thing, there's evil in the world.
Right.
Why is there evil in the world like this? I'm not like this. Why did I have to suffer from evil? And then you realize that he had mental health problems. And that's when you kind of had some empathy for him.
Yes, because I thought of it as you were saying, like, what could I have done to somebody to make them want to do that to me? And nothing. Like, I'm friends with everyone. I don't do anything like that to deserve anything like that. So once I found out that he had mental issues, it made me feel like a lot better.
Yeah.
A lot better, because it gave me an answer as to why.
Right. And it's called victim syndrome, and it's debilitating.
Yeah, I looked into that.
Yeah.
It is.
It is. We all try and fix your body, and we try and get you through that specific portion, but I think what people don't realize is there's something going on in your mind that you don't want to say to other people, because you don't want to sound like you're whining about it
Or bragging.
or bragging.
Yes.
or you don't want to be, you're already in a hospital bed being taken care of.
Right.
You don't want another thing on your plate.
And I think that's why I didn't want people to come visit me, because that's how I felt. Like, I'm already here. The news, everyone's here. Like, that is, and then that's when I found out about the victim thing. I looked into it, and like, that's very true. Like, that's why I have a hard time talking about it, because I feel like I'm boasting.
No.
Yes.
Well, I can't tell you how you feel.
Right,
You're
right.
right. But I will say that somebody, who's listening to you would never think that you're boasting.
Right.
And what I think is that you are brave enough to come on to this podcast, because there are people out there who are feeling the same thing you are.
Yeah.
And if they sit and look at you and say, okay, Len did it, I can do it, that's a win. If they say, okay, what is this victim syndrome? And then they look into it and they realize that maybe you get your why, maybe you never learn why.
Yeah.
You don't know. But there's real things happening. And I think that you're an example. You're
Yes.
not boasting, or you're not whining either one. It's telling your story creates a sense of community for the people who are going through other things. And listen, I hope that we don't have a lot of listeners who have been shot like you.
Me either. Me either.
And maybe they can say, well, Len woke up every day in that rehabilitation, and he was grateful for what he had. And that's a big thing. I felt the same way. Some days I'd wake up and I'd be like, I just don't understand this. I mean, is this my life? And if it is, I kind of don't want it. No, thank you.
Yeah.
And then I'd be, no, wait a second. You know what? I have a house I can go back to.
Yep.
I have a roof over my head. I have people I love and that love me. And I think that, and I used to think about my friends who, we heard on the podcast, who lost their children. And I would think, if they could do it, if they could breathe through this day, I can breathe through this day.
Yes.
And I think that's what you're doing by telling us. So I want to reassure you.
I also use that with other people. I still look at other people and see their situation and think, like, I'm okay. Things can be a lot worse.
So you go through, you're finally home then,
Yes.
and that's many months, right?
Yes.
And just, there's also another whole side to this. So you do have this, you have to be involved in the criminal case. You have to be. And that's, I imagine, very taxing on you.
Yeah. A lot of lawyers coming up and talking to me. A lot of stories. A lot of stories that I've heard when I was in the hospital, involved in gangs, hanging out with the wrong crowd, just a lot of things. And I'm such a meaningful person. At first, I understood, because it's such a tragic situation that nobody can. Even now, people still. And at first, I had a problem with it. People now still don't believe that, like, it was just
Random.
Yes.
Right.
And at first, I would try to prove everyone wrong. And then I'm just like, you're just stressing yourself out doing that. Yeah. There's no point in explaining yourself. There's no point in doing anything. But people still, to this day, think that something was more.
But you know what? That makes them feel better, because that's their...
Right.
Random acts of violence are so scary.
Yes.
I mean, domestic violence, all of that is frightening as well. But a random act of violence is something that people cannot wrap their heads around. And I think they're trying to give themselves an answer.
A reason.
Yeah, well, it's
Yes.
not going to be me because, that was this or that was this, and I'm not that. So it won't happen to me. That's
Right.
the way that they're getting through their day.
Right. So a lot, especially my family. My family just couldn't fathom that someone would do that to me for no reason. But I had to tell them, like, you have to educate yourselves and look up stuff that he had and stuff he was dealing with, and it'll make a lot of sense as to why it happened.
Right.
Again, that's why it made me feel a lot better, because I looked up what he was going through, and it made sense.
Yeah.
Like, it made a lot of sense.
I have to say, as a 20-year-old, I mean, to have the wherewithal to even calm yourself down as the side of your face is in your
Is
lap.
in my lap,
Is
yeah.
in your lap.
Yeah.
And to calm yourself down enough to say, okay, I'm okay. I don't want my heart to race anymore and my blood to pump anymore.
Yes.
I'm already losing it. But then to have that extra layer of empathy and compassion for it, someone who changed your life.
Yeah.
And to say this was a mental illness. And did you learn about that when you were 20? Do you think that was just something that you were born with, like that empathy for other people? Maybe it's from being involved in the Boys and Girls Club?
Yeah, I think I've always been like that. Like, I've always had empathy towards people, especially if it's something that they can't control. Like, yes, he probably could take medicine, but there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
So I don't even think, like, he meant it. Like, it's just, he just felt like he was in danger and he had to do what he had to do,
Right.
Like, I didn't take it personal at all.
That's
like,
good.
Not one bit. There's no reason to. There's nothing personal about it,
Right.
Yeah, it's hard to take something personal that's not personal.
Well, that's a tough thing to do because, people take everything personal.
Yes.
Sometimes they do. And, sometimes I have to, if I wake up in the morning and I'm in a rotten mood, I'm always looking for why am I in a rotten mood? So
Right.
I'm looking to blame it on,
Right.
oh, this is because of this. But
It's hard to take something personal
Yeah.
that's not personal.
that's not personal.
Right, so
and most of it isn't.
Right.
Right.
Yes, most of the time it's not personal. Yes.
Right.
So that made it a lot easier for me, knowing that he's struggling, he's going through things. That wasn't his first offense. I'm pretty sure a few years before that, I think he stabbed somebody. So it's just ongoing things. Yes.
Yeah.
And also when he was in jail, he was stabbing people.
Oh, wow.
So it's just a lot.
Yeah. Did you ever have any ill will towards the fact that, 6-7 years ago in our country, we weren't well aware of mental health? I mean, we knew it was there, but we kind of ignored it. And I feel like only in the last couple of years, we've really been involved in the mental health of individuals and the communities as a whole. Did you, at the time, that wasn't out there. That was 7 years ago that you were shot. How did you even recognize something like that?
So it was for a backstory, the night before it happened, he went to the hospital and told them, like, I'm gonna hurt someone. I need help. And they sent him out on his way. And then what happened the next day happened. So it was more of, yes, I was very upset. I was more upset over that because, like, he came to you guys for help and you guys just sent him out the door. And now look, like, can you blame him? He told you guys what he was gonna do.
Right.
And you guys didn't want to help him.
Yeah.
You guys just sent him out the door. So I was very upset about that because if someone asks for help, you should help them.
That's right.
Like 100%. So yes, I was so upset about that, and that actually made me like look up a lot of stuff on that, like a lot of stuff on rehabilitation, how the mind works, like all that stuff, and it's a lot.
Do you feel like we've made some progress in the past
Yes,
7 years?
I do.
Good. And does that help you? Does that ease a
Yes.
little bit of your pain?
I do, because I know there's a lot of people out there like that. Even me, like I need the help now because I went through what I went through. So I do. I think it's a lot better now. But 6-7 years ago it was not.
Right.
Yeah, it was not.
So you're this 20-year-old man, right? 20-year-old young man. You're moving on with your life. Did you have a girlfriend at the time?
I did not.
No?
I did not.
Okay, so this is kind of a crazy question I'm going to ask you, but you lose the side of your face, and it's got to be rebuilt.
Yeah.
Did you have any self-esteem issues, anything like that?
So, yes, but no. At first, when I healed up and I was able to go outside, I would go out all the time. I'd be outside. But at first, I'd put like a clear Band-Aid over my cheek. that probably lasted 4 days. And I said, Len, what are you doing? It's on your face. There's no way you can hide it. Just accept it. And that's that. And from there on, I probably had self-doubt for those 4 days. And I came home, ripped the Band-Aid off. I'm like, you look more suspicious with a Band-Aid on your face, yeah,
Right.
than just walking around. So yeah, and I didn't struggle with that at all. And everyone knew me before the fact, so it really didn't change anything.
That's
like
great.
nothing at all.
I mean, you literally and metaphorically ripped the Band-Aid off and just got right back into
Yes.
it.
It literally lasted probably 4 days. And I said, like, what are you doing? There's no point in doing this. Like, you are who you are. You have scars everywhere, so there's really no point in hiding them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you have scars in your stomach and your
I
arm?
have scars on my face. I have a scar on my leg because I had to take bone and skin from my leg. I have a scar on my upper thigh because they took skin from there. I have 2 scars on my stomach. And I have a few scars around my whole body because I had bleeding tubes that were like stitched in by stitches.
Yeah.
So I had like little stitch scars like all over the place. So yeah, I'm pretty marked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still know you're handsome though, right?
Yeah. And I love them. Like I love them. I'm taking the shirt off. Like none of that bothers me. Like I look at it as tattoos.
Right.
Yeah,
Makes
like,
you more interested.
Yeah, none of them bother me at all. I love them. Makes me who I am.
That's good.
Yeah.
And let's talk about that. So, if I asked you today, how would you describe who you are? What would you say?
How I am. I would probably say I'm a very overly blissful person. Like that's like the main word I can use. I am so blessed. Things get hard. At the end of the day, I'm still human. I still have to pay bills, go to work, and things still get hard. But I just always remind myself how blessed I am and where I was before. And I'm blessed that I can even worry about paying a bill.
That's right.
Or going home and having a roof over my head. So definitely blissful, like 100%. That's how I feel all the time.
Do you feel that people look at you sometimes and maybe say, they don't say who you are now, but they kind of define you by what happened to you in your past? That's the guy that got shot.
At first, yeah. At first, that is how it went. Now it rolled over to more of, hey, you're the guy with basketball, or you're the guy that coaches, or you coach my son. I get a lot of you coach my sons. That's the big thing I get. But the being known for the incident kind of watered down.
Oh, good.
I don't really get it a lot.
Good.
A lot of people don't bring that up to me anymore.
That's good.
And I think it's because I have so many other things going on that I can't be defined by it. Like, you have to ask me something else because I have so many other good things going on.
That was a small snippet. It was a tiny blue dot in your big life.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at first, a lot of people would bring it up all the time, but now I rarely get it.
That's good. Are you happy about that?
Yeah.
That's
Because
good.
I had a problem with, I struggle with sympathy. I don't like people saying, I'm sorry. It makes me uncomfortable. So at first I would struggle with it bad. And I know people were just talking to me and asking me questions out of love and concern.
Right.
But I would take it as like, leave me alone. Like, I'm fine.
Yeah. You just want to move past it.
Yes. Yes.
Right. And show that you are not Len Floyd, the guy who was shot. You're Len Floyd, the coach.
Right.
And you do coach. What?
Yes, I coach freshmen at Scranton High School, and I also do travel basketball at Riverfront.
Yeah. Do you love it?
I do. I love it. It takes up a lot of my time, which is good. Keeps me occupied.
Don't you feel like coaching is a part of like a mental health journey? I mean,
Yes.
coaching to me, I have 2 sons, and I always felt like coaches were so important in their lives because, they offer teamwork, which means getting along in the community. They
Yes.
offer discipline, which means that you have rules and
Yes.
things that you have to, and a moral code, which you have to then bring out into the community. Coaching is like taking these boys and girls and giving them these life lessons, all in the form of a game.
Yes. Especially where I come from. I grew up with my grandmother, no mom, no dad. So my coaches helped me out a lot. Like a lot of the things my grandmother couldn't teach me, I learned from my coaches.
Yeah.
So I kind of try to do the same with my kids. Because where I coach, a lot of the kids are in the same situation as I am. Not mom and dad at home, or maybe neither of them are home. So a lot of my coaches taught me like a lot. My grandmother taught me how to survive. That's what my grandmother taught me. She didn't teach me, like you said, moral respect, things like that. Stand up when you're getting talked to. I learned that from my coaches.
Yeah.
So I try to be the same coach that I had when I was younger, because it helped me out a lot, and that's who I am today.
And you're paying it forward.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, somebody who's gone through what you've gone through, you know, nobody would blame you if you were angry,
Right.
but you're not. And
Yes.
the fact that you can come through that, that's a hurricane. There's no
Yes.
doubt about that.
100%.
For you to come through that and be the person that you are, that's what defines you. That's who you are.
And I also get that a lot. People are always like, oh, I had one guy tell me, oh, you got shot. I would have shot him back. And I'm just like, dude, like, you just don't. And it's, nobody understands until you're in that situation. Like, you think that you can do things like that, but when you're in that situation, it's a lot different than what you think.
Right.
So a lot of people's reaction is, I would be angry. I would have done this. I would have done that. But I didn't feel like that once. I didn't want to do anything to him. Again, it's not personal.
Right.
Yeah. So.
That's right. You know, over the years, just like you just said, you have this big moment in your life that changes your life. But then, you know, it isn't all roses after that.
No,
Life
not at
keeps
all.
going.
Life
you
keeps
know?
going.
That's how I feel like too. You would think that, oh, after, you know, you come through with the rainbow's there and your life is happy, but no, things keep happening. But what I've always noticed about you, Len, is that I always think of that Michael Douglas movie where he's just a regular guy, but all these little things keep happening to him, you know, bad luck or whatever, bad fortune, and then he can't take it anymore. Like the tank is full and that's it. He's exploding. And what I've noticed about you is you never do that.
No.
You know, you get a car and then the car breaks down,
Yep,
right? And, you know, I would be like, God damn it,
Yep.
you know, here we go again. And not you, though. You're like, yeah, it's in the shop.
Yep.
You know, we'll get it fixed. And you get this apartment, you know, you're living with your beautiful girlfriend.
Thank you.
And she is. and then the heat doesn't work,
Yes.
right? And you don't explode. You're not like, poor me, why is this happening to me, you know? You take them to the magistrate,
Yeah.
you
Just
go and
do
find a different
what you gotta
apartment,
do,
right?
yeah.
And so you do what you have to do, but you were never once like that guy, and that always impressed me because some people just let their tank get full like that,
Yeah.
and then they explode, and that's
And it goes back to what you said. Life doesn't stop.
no,
So, and I have things I have to take care of. So I just got to do what I got to do. And you can't really dwell on things. When you dwell on things for a long time, they don't get done. So
Right.
yeah, you just got to get it done.
yeah,
I'm big on just getting it done. We're just gonna get it done, and that's that.
and leaving it and just crying about it or worrying about it or
Right.
complaining about it
Right.
doesn't do anything
Doesn't
for
help.
anybody.
Doesn't help anything.
It does not fix the situation.
No.
Right.
I'm very big on that. Like stressing or dwelling over something, it does. If anything, it might make it a little worse.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. So
Because it's a mindset, I think.
right, it
You know,
is.
when you're so upset about something, you can't even see the problem.
No.
And so you will never find the solution.
And as long as, for me at least, I always tell myself, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
And it usually always ends up being okay. Yeah. Most of the time, it ends up being okay.
That's such a great lesson. And again, I keep stressing on your age. You'll be 27 next week, right?
Yes. Wow.
And for you to have that kind of a life experience and that kind of a mentality, usually you would see that in an 80-year-old.
Yeah,
you know,
right. I get that a lot. That I'm a lot older than
an old soul.
what I actually am.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what
And-
happens though when you go through a lot.
That's the truth. But when you go through it and then you get through it, not
Yeah.
just go through it.
And you learn from it. I took it as a learning situation. I took advantage. That's what I'm big on. If I could take advantage of a situation, I'm going to. I took advantage of the situation.
To better yourself.
Yes, I couldn't do anything. The only thing I can do was take advantage. So that's what I did. I took advantage of the situation.
That's such a good way of putting it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing else I can do.
Right.
I'm not gonna sit here and cry. I'm not gonna act like there wasn't days I cried. There was days I would cry. I was 20. All my friends were 20, 21. I had extreme FOMO. I'm seeing them all go out, having a good time, and I'm an Allied. I'm the youngest person by 60 years in Allied. Yeah, so like that was a lot, and so some days I would cry, but a lot of the time it was just me counting down the days to get out.
Yeah.
Because I was okay.
Yeah.
So I was just waiting to get out of there.
That's fantastic. They always have that. If you're 80, what would you beg yourself, your younger self, not to worry about? What would yours be?
That's a great question.
Not what would you say to your younger self, none of that stuff. I like, what would you beg your younger self not to worry about?
Probably the future. Yeah, because I'm at the point in life to where I fully don't know what I want to do, and it stresses me out. And what I want to do in the future to better myself. And I know as time goes, as I learned personally, as long as you do what you have to do, like, things turn out how they're supposed to be. So that would probably be it. I don't stress about the future. Whatever's in the future, it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming anyway.
Yeah. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's next for Leonard Floyd?
Yeah. What is next for Len Floyd?
Oh, that's a great question.
We know you have a basketball game today.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably that. I want to keep coaching. Get to a higher level of coaching. If I can end up making it to college, I would love to be a college coach. Keep bettering the people around me. Keep being a good friend that I am. A good son, a good grandson. Yeah, and just be better and just do what has to be done. I'm so big on just doing what has to be done. And I think I'm really big on that because I did what had to be done in my situation. I came out great. So I noticed if you do what has to be done, things will turn out great.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted you on.
Yeah.
I wanted you on because I think you're such a great example to other people of how to get through it. And that's our whole podcast is we all have storms. They're all different. I mean, yours is, rare,
Right.
but they're all different,
Right.
but we all have to get through it and have that mindset basically the same way.
Yeah.
And everybody's is complex because we're like snowflakes, but they can take anything from what you were
Of course.
saying of how you got through and get
And
through themselves.
a hurricane is still a hurricane, right?
That's exactly
So, I mean,
right.
yeah.
Right? Doesn't matter where it is.
It does not.
Yeah,
It's still a hurricane, so.
still a hurricane. And to look down, you literally looked down and saw, your body in your lap. And to put those pieces together again is a real feat.
Yeah, it is.
And it's something I hope you're proud of yourself for.
And as grown as I was at 20, I was still a baby. Like,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
I was a baby, and I definitely had a thought initially, thinking like, am I really about to die at this young of an age? Like that would be crazy if I didn't even make it to 21. Like that would be insane. But then when I thought that, I'm like, no, that's not happening.
Oh, good.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna let that happen,
Yeah.
like at all. So it was crazy experience, but I thrive off of it. I love it. I look at it and attack it. It doesn't bother me in a way. I will say, I recommend anyone to, if you have to, go to therapy. Therapy helps a lot. I'm still struggling with that part, but when I do go, it helps me a lot.
Yeah.
So I do recommend anyone, do not be scared to go to therapy because it does help a lot.
I agree.
Like a lot.
And you know what? You may not find the right therapist at
Right.
first. You do have to find somebody who clicks with you.
Yes, and you
There's
have to
no
give it
doubt.
time. It's a very uncomfortable thing, and it takes a long time, but once you get through it, you don't even realize how good it's helping you.
You really don't. I went
Yes.
kicking and screaming, no doubt.
Yeah.
My big thing is, I don't know. I can fix myself.
Yes.
I don't need anybody to tell me. I don't want to hear the old, "How are you feeling today?"
Yes.
Because you know how I'm feeling. I'm feeling goddamn angry.
Yes,
That's how I'm
I
feeling.
agree 100%.
So I didn't want that. But I really found somebody. He was a lawyer as well, so he was able to take whatever arguments I could dish out to him
Yeah.
and throw them right back at me in a way. And sometimes I'd just go on and on and on, and he would say, "Are you done?" And then he would take this deep breath, and when he took the deep breath, I found myself. I took the deep breath too.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm good." And then, we also had one of my sons had an issue, and maybe we'll have him tell us about it one day. But Phil was there for him too, and it's one thing you're grateful for somebody to help you put it
Right.
back together, but it's a whole other thing when you watch somebody put your child back together.
Yes.
That's a whole other thing. Like that's a gift from God type
Yes.
situation.
Yes.
So, and you'll find that person. And if you haven't found them yet, just keep looking.
Keep looking. I agree.
Right?
I'm still looking. My problem was I had the victims, I just had a hard time talking about my situation again because I felt like I was boasting, I was bragging. And I also felt like when I was telling them about my situation, and this is just a me thing, I thought that they thought that I was lying.
Oh,
like that I got shot over something else, and I'm not telling them.
It seems to be that one sticking point that
Yes.
really is like a thorn in your side.
It's that.
And I don't blame you.
Because I'm a very honest person.
Yes, right,
So
right.
like when people think I'm not telling the truth, it does bother me. That's probably the main thing that bothers me the most in that situation. I just always think people think I'm lying.
Right.
And I'm big on proving people wrong. Like I want to prove, I'm trying to work on that.
Yeah.
But I'm big on proving people wrong. But yes, my problem with therapy was I used to think that they thought I was lying. Like, oh, he's just a thug who got shot, and he's
denying. He's in
Yes,
denial.
Yes,
Right.
yes. So
Exactly.
I struggled with that very, very bad.
Yeah.
Like very bad, and I still do.
But you'll find somebody who doesn't think that, who
Yes.
takes it for the truth. And like I said, sometimes it's so hard for people to be like, that's such a crazy
That's such a-
story
right.
that can't
And that's what
be
I was
true.
thinking. They're thinking, no,
Yeah.
that there's just no way. There's just no way, and there is a way.
There is a way,
Yes.
and it's been proven. I mean, the man who shot you pled guilty to
Yeah.
doing so.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you were scrutinized,
Oh, 100%.
like anybody else, and nothing came of it. And so it's factually true.
Yes.
But again, kind of like you say, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
No.
Because you know who you are. And
Yes.
I always find that the people who sleep the best are the ones who know who they are and kind of just dismiss any other noise.
Yes.
Right?
And the people close to me know
Right.
what happened. So other than that, I'm not gonna. It's hard making everybody believe you or think. Yeah, I can't change everybody's mind. So, but that's definitely one of the biggest things that bother me really, really bad.
Yeah. Well, I see great things coming for you because I think that people who have an attitude like you and have gone through what you've gone through, I really do. I believe in karma, but I think everybody thinks, oh, karma's just like something bad's going to happen to somebody who did something bad to you. I don't think that. I think it goes both ways.
I agree.
I think you live your life right, and good things will come your way.
I agree.
And you'll be able to see them, quite honestly. Some people can't even see a good thing in front of them because they're too, kind of angry or jumbled.
And to see little things. I tell Chris all the time with my girlfriend, and shout out to Nadia, my lovely girlfriend, that was one of them. I said, God, that was my good karma right there.
Yeah.
That was one of them at least.
Right.
I think I got a billion more coming.
I think
yeah.
you do too.
Yeah, but that was definitely the start of that.
Yeah. Okay. So we're about to wrap up this episode, but before we go, I wanted to give a shout out to the Crotty family for sending me this wonderful book. It's called Sunny Shine. Sunny Shine follows Sunny, a young boy who has a very special and contagious superpower. This interactive discussion book inspires young readers to be a superhero each and every day. And what it does, it's in the schools and the classrooms, teaches kids to be kind and hard workers and grateful. And Len, I think this is a perfect time to spotlight Sunny Shine. Because,
Yes, I love that you're doing this right
well,
now. Yes.
because I feel like that's, it's the same, Sunny had the same personality that
Yep.
you did, to give back to other people,
Yep.
to laugh and have joy throughout hard times and
Yes.
to just make sure that other people feel comfortable and happy. And the fact that the Crotty family put out this beautiful book in honor of their beautiful Sunny, I just wanted to say thank you and a shout out to them. Thank you for joining us on Through the Hurricane. See you next time. Thanks for listening to Through the Hurricane. Please like and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. See you next time.